I want to welcome our second group of debaters. Please welcome proposition team Liceo Carlos Montané Castro de Quirihue and Liceo Academia de Tarapacá y Iquique.
As a house, we believe that the right to privacy should supersede the right to information. And we will focus this discussion on ethics. Is the most important dimension because it involves us all as a whole society. In 1999, Chile introduced the law of data, was the first of its kind in Latin America. Article 1 disclosed that anyone who processes personal data must respect and exercise fully the fundamental rights of their holders. The owner of this data may oppose the use of his personal data for advertising purposes, market research, or opinion polls. Though this was a monumental idea for 1999, but now it's 2017 and not much has changed with our laws. Can a society without data protection be inclusive and productive?
Now I will explain why we as a team disagree on the topic that brought us here today. The right to privacy should supersede the right to information. To begin, it is necessary to clarify some concepts. According to the Webster Law Dictionary, the right to privacy is the right of a person to be free from intrusion into or publicity concerning matters of a personal nature. But what happens when inside this privacy there are plans to go beyond what is legal? The right to privacy gives us the safety as a society that we should not be afraid of being in danger or being in front of acts which could damage our democracy. Also, we cannot forget that nowadays the confidence of Chilean people is decreasing every day, making people afraid of trusting even in our democratic system. We need people to trust our system and our authorities. A clear example of this is the website gobiernotransparentechile.gov.cl. In this site, you can see the salary of public employees, salaries that are paid with public funds. Don't you think that this is the only way for people to trust our system?
Good morning, dear audience. My name is Catalina, and I would like to answer my opponent. You say that we have to trust our system, but if we make a profound analysis, they give no reason for it. And now, as our society continues to evolve with the rapid growth of technology, we are witnessing an age of information sharing we have never experienced before. Individuals and corporations alike are sending images, calls, emails, and posting information on the internet without any conscious thought who may be reviewing this information as it reaches the next destination. Now, do we understand the threats that this implies on each individual?
First of all, I would like to point out something about the opposite team's arguments. You stated that nowadays we don't have privacy in social medias or internet. But the thing is that it is our responsibility to sign the terms and conditions of these sites and also to choose what information we keep private and which one we make public. Years ago, a Chilean TV program put hidden cameras inside the office of a psychiatrist, and they recorded when the professional gave false medical leaves. The psychiatrist sued the TV channel because they superseded her right to privacy in her office by recording and making these images public. But later on, in 2013, the Supreme Court of Chile decided to abandon the supremacy of the right to privacy, pointing out that when there is a public interest in the middle of a criminal case, the right to privacy must be disregarded in the benefit of citizens to know the truth.
We believe that our right to privacy is more important than the access to information because privacy deals with intimacy, with something that does not always need to be shared. The information belongs to you, and this must be seen from a moral or ethical point of view. The internet is by and large a free service. but should sharing our personal data be the price that we pay to use it? This house believes that the right to privacy should supersede the right to information, because information is being gathered with the intention to suppress our rights as individuals.
Before starting, I would like to say something about the arguments of the opposite team. You just said that there are other ways for these services to get to our information. But what information are they going to get if we have not shared it yet? And if they can get to the information you have already shared, it is because you have set terms and conditions. Moving on with my team's arguments. To begin, I would like to quote, "Union makes strength." This is a quote from ancient Greece that quite much represents our country and how strong we are. See, when we come together as a country, we're able of doing amazing things and grow to be better. What is it that brings us together so much? We, as a team, believe that trust is the key. From then on, people just start coming together on their own. How can we create trust in people? How can we make them feel safe? My teammates just said it. Transparency is the way. We need to break the state's organism's privacy to give trust to people. If we create a constant check-in of the actions and movements they do, people will start feeling safe and comfortable because they will know the state is doing things right, and there's a proof of it. Also, the organisms will have a pressure on top to get the work well done. They won't be able to hide anything, so they won't have anything to hide, right? Look at this.
Opposition team, are you ready? Yes, opposition team? Great.
Good morning, dear audience. My name is Benjamin Saldias, and I would like to open my summary speech by answering my opponent teammates' main points, which, although may be right to some extent, there is nothing compared to what privacy really means or the human essence. You have talked about that trust is the way, transparency, and our responsibility to publish our personal information. However, your ideas lack the very essence of living with the security of being yourself. You have only focused on the aspect of external security as in case of catastrophes. The case is different. Those are emergencies. Instead, fear and lack of trust among human beings are much worse than what you have argumented here. In the end, it all starts in the ethic or ideological analysis. To be frank, there is nothing that compares to the peace you receive when you feel your privacy is being respected. For this house, that is the essence of security. As a house, we understand that we have some control with what information we share on social media, email, and internet web pages. But with the current legislation that will protect us from the information that is acquired without our consent. The lack of privacy by abusing of our data is destroying trust and building hatred. What has happened to us as a society? Please, don't forget, treat others as you would like to be treated. Ladies and gentlemen, thanks.
One of the biggest changes in our legal system was to transform private and written trials into public and oral ones. But what was the objective of all this? It is to make justice faster, accessible, and the most important, transparent. Let's not forget that the government must look for the people and our commonwealth, so the actions must point out to this objective. Transparency is the key to develop a better country. For example, why Chilean people are not going to vote? The lack of education and information make people to be far from the polls. Our society lives in danger every day with several threats, such as robberies, kidnapping, and even terrorism. That is why our legal system must trespass privacy to provide security and justice to the people. Martin Luther King had a dream. We as a team as well, that one day we will live in a more transparent country, free from illicit matters and with no fear of being disappointed by our own system. Therefore, to build a better society, not only for me or for you, but for all of us. Thank you.